I've been thinking a lot recently about creativity and how putting creative energy into something is so much more productive than just consuming things. The start of my summer has been, well, it didn't start out great. There's obviously the wind off period after the semester ends. You want to just relax forever, but doing nothing all day makes me feel like crap, right? So it's just that start of the period where you get into the habit of consuming over and over and over again. That's so hard to break out of. And I've noticed that being creative kind of takes away the urge to consume, which isn't something I've thought about before. It's something I've heard of before, but I've noticed it in my own life recently. And I obviously used to make videos a lot more than I do now, because anything more than zero is a lot. And it used to be something I enjoyed. Um, so I've always considered doing something like that again, just because I am such a big fan of cinema and creative filming. I've always said if I wasn't an engineer, I'd be a philosopher, and if I wasn't a philosopher, I'd be a filmmaker. I don't know how realistic that is, but video making, you can tie in literally anything else that you're passionate about it. I could tie in world building, which is one of my main focuses at the moment, and something I plan to make a long-term thing. And it's obviously very easy to talk about life and geography while showing off some of the stuff that I've made. Um, for example, what you're seeing on screen right now is this is all stuff that I just made. I sat down for, I think, 2 hours maybe. 2 hours, maybe longer, which is the first time I've sat for so long working on one creative project. And it wasn't hard. It just, I put on some music and it was effortless. Like usually I get distracted very easily, especially like editing videos and stuff. But map making, since I can pour my creative energy into making something that is like functional and has background and has rules, there's something about it that's just easy and it fits with my brain in a way that nothing else has in a long time. I don't know. I don't really want to make videos that cater to YouTube anymore. Um, just because I don't enjoy it or look forward to it. Like the Mace video that I promised last video. Like there's no real point to it because I don't want to do it. So I'm just not going to. That's not going to happen. Um, and this is partially because for those of you who didn't see the video before I unlisted it, my old computer, my Windows laptop deleted all my video files before they were stored, or because they were stored on OneDrive. Um, they were stored on OneDrive without me knowing. It was just a mess. I lost all of my hours of progress and stuff, um, and that just killed my motivation. It was horrible. And this was also mid semester, like finals week was coming up and everything. I didn't have time to really rebuild that. I just didn't want to, right? And since that happened, like I finished my freshman year of college, did absolutely so much better than I expected that I would in my classes. I learned so much. I've built a new PC. I fully swapped to Linux because I hate Microsoft and OneDrive especially. I got a new job at my university. Um, my wisdom teeth were pulled out this week. That was fun. My face is still swollen. I look like a balloon. I'm turning 18 next week, which is crazy. And I stopped playing Minecraft. Um, which doesn't mean I don't like Minecraft anymore. Despite not playing it, I'd say it's still probably my favorite game of all time. I just, I'll always come back to it. I just needed a break and other things got interesting. Like, I've been playing a lot of Star Citizen lately. And world building, like map making, has become very interesting to me. Um, and I've noticed like the best looking maps by far are the most realistically functioning ones, where everything is based off of real life geography and geology and the water cycle and stuff, and the way plants grow. Nothing is arbitrary. Like this map, I don't have the earliest process because I didn't record it, but I started off with literally the tectonic plates, and built mountains off of that, which was so hard to do, but they look so much better than anything arbitrary could have. And so this is basically just practicing, because I figured I'd want to start with something at least, so then I could have some momentum to work on. I guess I should talk about that. I have been running a Dungeons and Dragons campaign for 5 years. It's been very on and off. Like, we haven't had a session in probably 3 months, but it's due to be finished in July next month. And so I'm starting working on, we're switching to Utopia, which is a different TTRPG system. But I'm starting from scratch completely. It'll be a little sad to let go of the hundreds of hours I put into that campaign, but at the same time, I'm really excited to start fresh with a new project, and get something that's like as real as it can be, with a realistic map. I'm literally constructing a language, which is crazy. And I've had like a revelation regarding medieval politics and where I want to go with the story and stuff. But as this is something I can put my creative energy to, it's just like so much more fulfilling than just watching YouTube videos, you know? But like, obviously, one of my concerns about this is I don't know if I can stick with it, right? Because if you're like me, you know, I've always struggled to stick with one thing. I'd hop video games constantly. I think the longest thing I've stuck with something is Minecraft. And I suspect it's because it was building that I was doing. It was something I could be creative with, but something that's helped me, and I don't know, this might help you if you're curious. I every night, and this isn't 100% consistent because I'm not perfect, but I haven't fully dropped it yet. Like, I never really miss more than a day in a row. Um, every night I write down everything I need to do the next day in my journal. Wake up in the morning and then just reference that journal as my to-do list. I write down a page of my thoughts in the morning, and I pray and read my Bible because it's all in my journal. It helps me remember when to take like meds and stuff because, you know, I just got my wisdom teeth out. I got to take antibiotics every 8 hours. Speaking of, I got to do that when I'm done recording this. W memory. And it's obviously, yeah, it's not perfect since plans can change and I don't always stick to the list, but I've been able to prove to myself that I can do something consistently. I'm literally almost halfway through my second journal. I filled up my first one, which is incredible. And it's helped me consistently pray and read my Bible, which has been like so great to put God into as much as possible in my life. I've always kind of struggled with being consistent with that, and this has been just super, super helpful. I definitely recommend it if you struggle sticking with stuff. And yeah, if you need help finding that method, put a comment down below. I'll shoot you the video that I saw if I can find it. No promises though. And yeah, so I'm kind of planning on doing a little bit of world building every night on top of that, just because you can't just stop and start things, or you can't just start new things over and over again your whole life, which is kind of what I've been doing for 17 years. Um, so like I know I have a routine every night. I shower at, between 9 and 10. Afterwards, I never plan anything after that. Um, and I've just been thinking that would be such a good time to do a little bit of world building every night. You know, translate a root word or find a place to put another castle on the map or something interesting. Um, yeah, I'm planning on making this a super long-term thing. And I mean, really, I'm just yapping, right? I don't really know. This probably isn't going to go anywhere, the videos thing. But it's something I wanted to just post quickly. Not even tell anyone about it. I'm not going to tell anyone about that I made this. Just so I can I don't know. Yeah. I would say that I'll make more videos covering this process, but really it'll happen if it happens. If you know me, you know my consistency with this isn't great. But yeah, just if you made it to this part in the video, it's gonna end soon. But I just really encourage you to put your creativity into something. It's your God-given gift, right? And it's so much more fulfilling than consuming. I was able to focus on creating this new world. Um, it's I mean, yeah, it's literally art. I've always kind of put off art, but there's an art to making something with rules, making something that's your own, that's completely unique. Even just learning an instrument, doing music is so much more fulfilling than scrolling. Get off Instagram, bro. Lock in.